I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. All of my obstacles are out of my way, apparently. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome, Pierre. Thank you for that fabulous song. We had a very shortened intro version tonight. We had a slight technical difficulty, but we kicked right in, and there we are. Awesome pace and everything, Pierre. And listen, we got some good news that you're going to share with everybody a little bit later, too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing us in with that upbeat tempo. Awesome. Thank you. All right. And welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Toronto Global Truth Center. It is so good that you're here tonight. Thank you for bringing your consciousness and your love and your presence here as we step into this beautiful March 29th. We're into spring. Isn't that wonderful? So just thank you for bringing your consciousness. And I trust and know that if you're here, that you're here on purpose, that you've shown up with a purpose and a thought in mind, and just hold that thought, let go of everything that preceded this moment. And if you're comfortable, just sit and get really still as we recognize that right here, right now, there's one thing going on. And whether we call that God, the universe, light, peace, joy, Fred, or any other name, recognize that we're all connected through this source. Right now, we call it technology because we're all connected through this technology. Recognize that you're not alone, and that we come together to know one thing, and that is right where I am, love is. Right where I am, love is. Sit in that. And as we step into tonight's celebration, this 1 hour, this gift to yourself of 1 hour, just recognize that you're here and that you are honored and that you're seen. And sit in that. Just sit in the knowing of that, and sit in the love and the truth and the light. Just change your vibrational energy right here, right now. Make that decision. You'll hear something tonight, whether it's through the music or the meditation or something else, that will help elevate your energy. So know that as well. I trust and know that. I feel grateful that you're here. I feel grateful for this medium, this opportunity to talk like this. And just know that you are loved, you're held in the highest. And I release this thing to this energy, to the universe. I release everything that doesn't serve me and fill it with everything that does. And that's where I sit right here, right now. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that, for showing up. And at this point, it is my extreme pleasure to invite the fabulous Carrie. Carrie is for most of you who don't know, is in the background almost every week since we have begun this Wednesday night celebration. And Carrie's in the background taking care of the tech and administrative stuff. So that is so much appreciated and needed and required to get out there. So welcome, Carrie.
Thank you. It's so good to be here.
So good to have you here as well. And while everybody's in this place of peace and this settled in moment, why don't you take it away for the meditation tonight?
All right. Sounds great. Okay. So where you are right now, I invite you to take a fabulous breath. And then take another fabulous breath. This is an amazing time to just be in communion with our breath. It's the perfect gift exchange with the universe. As we breathe in, we receive the gift. And as we breathe out, we share that gift with the universe. Our theme this month is choice. So I offer that for the next 15 minutes, we choose love and kindness with a loving kindness meditation. So as you continue just to be aware of your breath, maybe aware of your surroundings, allow yourself to sink further into this moment. And if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes or just allow your gaze to soften. And there's sort of two ways we can start a loving kindness meditation. We can start it with the focus on ourselves, or we can start it with the focus on a loved one. So let's, just for fun, let's start out by focusing on a loved one. Allow yourself to choose who that might be, somebody close. And or it can just be a close feeling, but just an otherness that is a love to you, maybe a mentor to you, could be, like a childlike figure in your life, or a parental type, or a friend, sister, someone close. And allow that person to be in front of you or close to you. And if you want, you can put your own hands on your heart. And as you do so, just imagine this person and say to them, may you be free from harm and fear. May you be happy and at peace. May you have love and affection. And may you be healthy and whole. And now just sit for a moment with this person, with this energy. Breathing in and knowing that they have received this gift, this choice of love. Now, release that and think of a friend, somebody a little further out. Maybe not the heart of your heart, but a friend, someone you know. colleague at work, but somebody you have interacted with. And sort of bring them into your field of love here. Imagine them in front of you. And say to them, may you be free from harm and fear. May you be happy and at peace. May you have love and affection. And may you be healthy and whole. And allow that person to be there. And imagine them receiving this blessing from you today, this gift. Just let's spend a moment in that space. And now we can bring somebody to mind who is a neutral person. Maybe somebody at a store that you frequent, somebody you pass on the street, somebody you see at a park, somebody who's neutral, you don't have a specific personal connection to. I want to take this moment to offer them a blessing as well. May they be free from harm and fear. May they be happy and at peace. May they have love and affection. May they be healthy and whole. And let's just spend a moment knowing that they have received this blessing. And they know it in an energetic way. And next, bring to mind somebody who might be a challenge for you, somebody who is still a personal connection, but that is more challenging for you to see eye to eye with or agree with, and somebody who is not as easy for you to maybe even want to give this blessing to. And just allow the perfect somebody to bubble up to be the one to receive that blessing. May they be free from harm and fear. May they be happy and at peace. May they have love and affection. May they be healthy and whole. And again, allow this time to know that they have received that blessing, that gift from you today. And now, if you're able, this is the opportunity to take it out to somebody that you thoroughly disagree with. And this one might not even be a personal connection, but it is somebody in the world that you see as at odds with you, perhaps at odds with your way of life, perhaps at odds with your philosophies and beliefs. And this is a time, if you're comfortable, if you're not comfortable, I'd say just allow yourself to stay in this place of open, loving kindness and allow another soul that needs to come in to be receiving of this blessing. But if you are able and would like to, allow yourself to go there to a person who you thoroughly disagree with. You can't imagine. It's hard to imagine them as a beautiful, a light being as well. And you, I would say, keep them at a bit of a distance, whatever you're comfortable with, but let's give out a blessing to that one person that we would not have thought to give a blessing to. May they be free from harm and fear. May they be happy and at peace. May they have love and affection. May they be healthy and whole. And again, just allow some time here to imagine them receiving that blessing. And as our final step tonight, let's actually, instead of beginning with ourselves, let's end with ourselves. So take this time right now to check in with how you're feeling in this moment. How was that exercise for you? And there's no wrong answer. It might have been extremely peaceful and settling. It might have been energizing. It might have been challenging. And it's all good and it's all God. But let's end with ourselves here in this moment with this heartfelt blessing. May I be free from harm and fear. May I be happy and at peace. May I have love and affection. May I be healthy and whole. And as we just sit in that moment, in that meditation, we allow it to be exactly what it is. It is good, it is God. We live in an amazing world. And as you release this, just allow your consciousness to come back into the room where you are. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And thank you for spending this time. Namaste.
is light. We are light that shines day and night. Burn bright. Life has hues. We choose love, or it may bruise. We choose. Sun is light. We are light that shines day and night. Burn bright. Burn bright. Burn bright.
Wow, Pierre. Thank you so much. I just need a minute to come back to this space because that was absolutely, that took me away. So thank you.
I'm glad it
Thank you
did.
for that. I love that song. It's absolutely wonderful. And following Carrie's meditation like that, just beautiful. Thank you. We'll
My
see you in a
pleasure.
bit.
Okay.
All right. Sounds
All
good. And hello, Carrie. If you're there, say hello to me. I just wanted to comment on your meditation. You know, we say in this philosophy, one mind, and sometimes people don't know what that means. What it means is, you know, there's a message that needs to be known and it gets out. And your meditation brought me to an entirely interesting place because my talk tonight is similar to what you're talking about and the choices that we can make, even, you know, and are we willing to honor choices, and not just ours but others. So just beautiful. Thank you so much. It's that was beautiful.
You're very, very welcome. My pleasure.
Yeah, and listen, so for you, tell me, how is choice showing up for you this month? What's happening in your life?
I'm going to say I'm going to start with talking about a choice I made at the beginning of the year. Okay. So I made a choice at the beginning of the year to commit to A Course in Miracles every day. And I find that that choice kind of informs, so it's a daily practice. And the basic philosophy is you can live in love or you can live in fear. You can't do both at the same time. So you get to choose every day. You get to choose every moment. You get to choose. And it sounds easy. And practice is always exciting. So my choice though that I made is the choice to commit to it. And that's been consistent. So I've consistently chosen the choice to go with the readings every day. And I supersized it. all my supplies went away. So yeah, this is the Course in Miracles, which is a big tome, and it can get a bit wordy, but I actually work with Pam Grove, and she does the Course in Miracles experiment. And I find that is also a very helpful way of looking at it. And that way, when I fall out of love and into fear, I don't think I've lost all of my footing. I haven't lost anything because my choice was to commit to the practice.
Lovely. Oh, I love that. I love that. Say that again. Even when I've lost my footing and land in fear, I don't worry about falling or losing everything. Love
No,
that. Love that.
because the choice isn't to always stay in love. The choice is the practice, to the daily commitment to practice.
Beautiful. That's amazing. I love that. That's
Thank
good.
you.
And
Yeah.
clearly it's working for you so far. So that's, would you say that that's one of the choices that you're most proud of, that you would say that you're most proud
Oh, I
of?
have many choices. We can certainly put that one in there as one I am most proud of. I'm going to share a couple. Oh, and big ones and small ones, because there is no big or small in the soul that maketh all, is a great quote from, is it Ernest Holmes?
Yes, yes.
Good, because there's so many wonderful people that we studied in practitioners
And
studies.
they all say the same thing, but sometimes in different verbiage. So you've captured a lot, you've captured it well.
Thank you. But another one I want to share is a big one. And this happened shortly after joining the center. This was back in 2012. I remember, because at that time, I was a single mom. I had 2 kids. They were getting bigger. I was outgrowing my house. It was either renovate the house or move. And I started out near the beginning of 2012 saying, I can't afford it. I can't afford to sell my house. I can't afford to buy a bigger house. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I can't afford to do this. And I can't afford to renovate, and I don't know what to do. And I had already known a lot about New Thought philosophy and ideologies, but it was coming to the center and being in a community that allowed me to actually make a choice to change that from I can't do this to can I do this? Can I do this?
Oh.
And the answer was I didn't know. So I went to the bank and I said, here's what I have, here's what I want. And I said, can I do this? And they said, oh gosh, yeah, you could do that. You've got so much equity, you're fine. Do that. And so by November of 2012, we were living in a bigger home with another bedroom.
Live in the question. You created a better question, and the answer showed up that needed to show up.
Exactly. Yeah. And that was a huge mind shift. That was a huge choice to make. And the one I'm most proud of is one from today as well. Small. I was getting ready for things today, and I hadn't had time to prepare what I wanted to. I'm scribbling all my notes. And my cat gets the zoomies.
Oh, no.
So I stopped to play with my cat. That felt like the right choice in that moment.
Mm.
And I'm proud of that choice.
Yeah, that's the difference between being in the now, right?
Yeah.
All these circumstances, there's things to do. What needs now? What needs to be taken care of right now?
What was calling my heart, and it was his heart to zoom and play. And
that's nice. And would you say that's how you know when you've made the right choice, because it feels like your heart space is opened up when you make the right choices for you?
That's a complicated. I love this question, by the way, but it's complicated. It's complicated because I challenge in that: are there wrong choices?
Right.
Should we be labeling choices?
That's right.
It does help when my heart space opens up. It does make it an easier choice. But I've also had some that were very difficult to make, and I feel they were the right choices.
Yes.
And I even look back on choices and thought, that was a wrong choice. And I've had some very wise people say, but it was the right choice at the right time, and be gentle with yourself because that's where you needed to be. And that's okay.
So what you're saying is that you're choosing to see that there was value in those choices that may not have felt like they were for your highest good at that particular moment. And
Yeah.
and that is and so there's choice in that too, right?
Yes.
There's choice about how to actually see that choice. So good for you, Carrie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen,
And I think that, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I think I think there should be a lot of honoring of choice making because it can be very simple, it can be very easy and flow, and it can be more meaty. And couldn't we just be gentle with all of that? Maybe. And if we can't be gentle with all of that, that's when it's great to reach out to a spiritual practitioner. You walk through it with somebody,
Yes. Yes.
We make it look easy, but there's a lot of good work that went behind it.
Absolutely. And by doing that work, and by the way, you're segueing right into my talk. I swear to God, because my talk is actually about honoring choice. So the fact that you spoke that, again, it proves that there's just one mind, there's message that people need to hear tonight. Whatever it is that you need to hear, whenever you're watching this, whether you're watching it in the archives or live, you're going to hear exactly what you need to hear. I trust and know that now, especially because Carrie's brought it up once and you'll hear it concretized again. Carrie, you're awesome. I love talking with you. I love that you help out with tech all the time. You jump in whenever you're required. You're a wonderful practitioner, and you really live this philosophy. So I'm so glad to share this moment with you. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do beyond just this. And we will talk to you a little bit later.
Okay. Do we want to quickly do the beautiful affirmation?
Yeah. If you would do the affirmation, that'd be great. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, let's do that. So just take this moment. I stand in the freedom to choose the life I desire. And say it with me this time. I stand in the freedom to choose the life I desire.
Beautiful.
So it is.
Beautiful. And so you really live it. So awesome. Wonderful. Thank you, Carrie. And good chatting with you. And to everybody else, welcome. I want to thank you for bringing your consciousness, your energy. I believe that you made the right choice to show up here tonight. And thank you for that. This is the last week that we're focusing on choice. We pick a theme every month, and our theme was choice. But it's not the last time that we're going to have to make choices or that we get to consciously make choices. They will still have to be made. So as I said to Carrie, I mean, my talk this week is about honoring choices. That's exactly what the thought is for this week. How do we honor choices? And so sit back, relax, enjoy, and just hopefully there's something in here that I'll trust that there's something in here that inspires you. Dr. Lori talked last week. I talked the week before, and what we talked about is how there's always choices. There's choices simple when we wake up in the morning, what to wear, what to eat, the people we choose to spend time with, who we talk to on the phone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many choices that we make every day. We make hundreds, if not thousands of choices. The question is, are we doing them from a place of consciousness? Because even if we don't consciously make choices, we're making choices. So are you doing those choices consciously or from a place of love or of a higher vibrational energy? I know, and you know in your own life, that the best choices are made from those places of high vibration and love. It has been a bit of a challenging month for me. A week ago, I lost a dear cousin of mine. And today or yesterday, we lost another friend who made his transition. And I think about them and I have grief around their passing. There is sadness. There's also a deep recognition that their lives needed to be honored, that their lives need to be honored. So I ask myself, did they live their best life? Did they enjoy their last meal or their last, did they have the dessert that they wanted? Did they enjoy the time that they spent here? And my friend Wade, who transitioned yesterday, he posted on social media, one of his last posts from one of his social media sites had this saying, and I love this saying: "A man sees in the world what he carries in his heart." I love this quote, and I truly understand it. It speaks to all of us. It's about the choices that we make. Are we choosing peace, love? Are we choosing kindness, compassion, joy, happiness? Are we sharing good things? Are we sharing the good things in our life? Are we making choices from that place of abundance? If we are, then our world is showing up in that way. And you know what? Even in grief, we can make choices. I choose to remember the good times. I choose to remember amazing conversations and laughter. Oh my God, so much laughter with the people who transitioned. I remember my cousin had this fierce protection of me and my siblings. When we were kids, our mom transitioned when we were young, and he was so protective and nourishing of us. He was 8 years older than I am, and he just became like this big brother. And he held on to that his entire life. You know, I literally could call him anytime and say, I need to talk, and he would be there. And he would let me know that he was there. And so I honor that. I choose that. Now, I could choose to live in sadness. I could choose to live in the missing of them or the pain of the loss. And I've experienced some of those feelings. And they're valid. And they're understandable when we lose somebody that we love. But I choose instead to live in the truth, the recognition of honoring their journey and remembering their light and their love and their decisions. And the truth is that their passing reminds me always to live my best life now, to live fully and appreciate all that life is bringing me, even the stuff that, as Carrie said, you know, the not so good stuff, but is it? Even that, there's goodness in there too. So I choose to live my life like that. And that to me is how you honor people. That is how you honor people who have even left you, is you continue to live your best life. So why do I make the choice to feel that, make positive choices even through grief? It's because I know that when you make choices from that place of love, that's what starts to show up. I know that when you make choices from places of anger or of doubt or of fear, I can attest, and as probably most of you can, when you make choices from there, it becomes something that becomes more negative, and it starts to bring more negativity, and things start to show up that we don't want. And so I never want to be making choices from that place of anger, fear, doubt. I want to get clear with who I am, know that I am love, know that the world is a loving place, know that I'm supported and loved, and that everybody I know is loved and supported and loved, and then I can make some good choices from there. You know, that's where I live. Actually, my nephew who lives with me, we had some talk about some things that are going on at school. He was talking about some of the things that have been going on. And he observed some of his friends who were actually doing some things and making some choices that he thought were not great choices for them. And he thought, how can I do this? He said, I literally watched their vibrational energy go from like this energy of, you know, this positive energy to this diminished energy, and it felt heavy. He said he had a heavy feeling as he watched them start to make these choices, and it compelled him to make a different choice. He said, listen, he said, when I started to make a different choice, when I started to make the decision on myself, because I could see that they were going down in their vibrational energy, he said, what happened is that his friends started to shift as well, and that they started changing their minds and making a more positive decisions as well, making positive choices. He said, as that happened, they just stopped that negative flow, and they started to go in a new direction. He also said that his teacher suddenly showed up and asked him, is there anything that you need? And he said his teacher helped him to accomplish what it is that he was trying to accomplish. And isn't that true? When we follow our own path, suddenly the support that we need shows up. Not always necessarily even from the place that we expect it, but it just shows up. And what a great thing for him to learn at such a young age. And I'll tell you something about choice. a couple of years ago, this young man went from not being sure that he would ever graduate high school to selecting courses that are academic. He said to me, I want to learn things. So he's taking like history courses and art courses and English courses and things, and he's doing very, very well. And I have to tell you this because this is a proud uncle moment. He also made the grade 12 honor roll. So this kid went from making choices that were not that great to these choices, and look at what's happened in his life. That's how you use this philosophy. Whether you call it spiritual, whether you call it guidance, whether you call it universe, doesn't matter. That's using this philosophy. And you know what? We all have the capacity to do that, don't we? To know when, and we all know when something isn't serving our highest good. We all know that. And we all know when something is. We know that. You know what? There's little sleep to be lost when you're living your best life, when you're living from your heart, when you're living from that love space, when you're doing the job that you love to do, or you're feeding your soul. I mean, that's when you sleep well. Trust me, I know, because I've lived the other way as well. So I can understand and equate the two. It's just part of my DNA now to live this way and to get back to the truth. And that's how we honor our time here, right? It's to get to know who we really are and to live from that heartfelt place. Another way to honor choice is to honor the choices that other people make in their lives. And this is where it can be challenging, because even if we feel they aren't following the path that we think is best for them, and we think that they should take another path, even when it seems personal or it seems to hurt us, and we still can honor another person's path. Everyone has the right to freely express what it is that they need to express, just as you and I have the right to express our lives the way that we do. What is the old adage? If you love someone, set them free. What I would say is set everyone free. Allow them to express life the way that they need to express it. And allow them to make the choices that are their choices to make. Now, that said, if people are in your life and they're being hurtful or destructive, causing harm or causing pain, you must not allow that. Don't let that to happen to you. And if it is not for your highest good, then it's okay to move on. Know that as well. But when I say honor people honor people where they are on their journey, it is because you can never really understand what is fueling or what the decision process is that they are dealing with, that they are making. You don't know what their choices are, what their thoughts are that brought them to this place where they are right now on their journey. So flip it around. The most challenging and yet rewarding things that we can do in our own lives is to be loved, even when our own learning and growing experience have left us in not a great place. We've all experienced this challenge in our lives, and we recognize and know the people who stand beside us, even when we may not have been making the best choices, or we may not have been our best selves, right? And are you that person? Ask yourself that. Are you that person? Are you the person who decides to stand beside those who are going through different or difficult times in their time of need? Or are you one of the people who jump in with the myriad of other people who chat about them and maybe have judgment around them? Are you a person who chooses love over gossip? Ask yourself that. Do you give people the benefit of the doubt? Are you part of the solution in people's lives, or are you part of the pile on? And we have a lot of people piling on. You don't think like I do, so therefore, and we need to release that. Why carry that inside of yourself if that's how you feel? Can you say so long to people in a loving way, even when you may not understand their why? Can you do that? That can be one of the hardest things to do, especially when we have old experiences that didn't turn out so well when we gave people the benefit of the doubt. But this is here now. This is now. This is not then. Always live in the now. Don't bring those old stories that, well, I did this and this happened, negative. Stick to what is happening now. Go from that loving place now. Take a look at your life and examine where you are. And ask yourself if you are honoring choice. Because if you are honoring choice, honor your choice. And are you sticking to the ones that are serving you the best and that are you truly making your decisions from a conscious place? Are you enjoying life and having fun? Are you living in the moment right here, right now, and forming your best life, creating everything that you want, that you desire? Are you ready to let go of the things that aren't serving you? Because I will tell you this, only you can choose the experience that you have. Only you can make the decision to honor choices yours and choices of other people, and allow people to be fully expressed however they need to, and truly honor the choices that others are making as well. Even though we're moving from this theme this month, continue to do that. Continue to be conscious of the choices that you make. Continue to enjoy your journey. Continue to be aware and trust that you will help others. Just like Ashton's friend, when they saw him in a higher vibration, said, I'll have what he's having, and decided to join him instead of continuing down the path. Know that if you do that, you are helping others. Make the choices that will work for you, and make the choices that will work for your loved ones. I'm telling you, live your best life. This week, do that. Always do that, even moving forward. Allow your good to show up through the best choices, no matter what. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. And I just want to honor that you've shown up here tonight, and that you've shown up actually in full consciousness, fully here, fully prepared to take on this night. Yeah, so I just wanted to say that right now is when we do our little bit of an ask. I would like to let everybody know that we are a center that is run on donation, and that is very vital. Money is love. Love is energy. Give from that place of love. If you can give, any amount of money helps us out, and helps us keep the streaming live. There are some costs associated with it, and it just allows us to do that. You can do that by going to globaltruthcenter.com, globaltruthcentertoronto.com. I better get it right. You can also do an e-transfer, and we accept e-transfers at Global Truth Center Toronto. Hold on, let me get it right, because I want to get it right. Yeah, globaltruthcentertoronto.com. You can do that as well. So feel free to do that. Help us out. That would be awesome. And if not, just stay and enjoy the hour. Stay in the energy. That's what it's all about. It's all about the energy. And with that, I would like to thank everyone for their service tonight. Nick, who started out with us and had some computer technical issues. Nick, I want to say thank you to you for stepping up and for stepping into that role. It's not an easy thing, but Carrie makes it look easy. But thank you for showing up for that. And Pierre, by the way, thank you for your music tonight. But I also wanted to bring up the fact that Spire, this is actually really good news. Spire is now released on, what is it? Tell us. It's on Spotify and where else?
It's on many, many streaming platforms. All the popular streaming platforms, you can find it there. I guess just search Spire, S-P-Y-R-E, all capitals, and you'll see this logo. Just remember, this logo just sticks out big time, usually on social media. So that's where we are.
And it's Spire, all caps letters. So check it out on and by the way, your last song, that's the one that's released, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do an acoustic version tonight. It's called Rise with the Sun. And we also have a YouTube video as well of this with the recording that we shot last fall. So yeah, it's things are moving. The response has been great.
Fantastic. Thank you, Pierre, so much. And Carrie, your meditation tonight, your time that you spent with your questions. I mean, when I said it fell in line with what I was intended to talk about, hello.
Brilliantly.
Yes. So thank you for that. I'm so glad that you're on this side of the camera tonight, and we'll see you on the other side at some point as well again over the next couple of weeks. So, and thank you to the community who's come together and joined us tonight. I just want you to know that whether you know it or not, we feel your energy. Your energy is felt. It is part of this collective consciousness, and we'll talk about that. Actually, maybe that's a talk I should do at some point. Is about collective consciousness, and explain what that all means. For now, I will leave it to Pierre to give us our final song of the night. We're not really running a few minutes late because we started a few minutes late. So have at it, Pierre. Play your song.
All right. As I wake from my dreams with my feet on the ground, The potential in this day has no bounds. Starting my day right, nurturing thoughts are the way to the light. I don't know where the road goes from here. All I know is I won't live in fear. Find the joy, that's the key. Gonna rise with the sun till it sets on me. Gonna rise with the sun till it sets on me. There's beauty all around, I don't have to look far. The face of my lover, a song in my car. When I realize that love's all around, the freedom to be myself is what I found. I don't know where the road goes from here. All I know is I won't live in fear. Find the joy that will set you free. Gonna rise with the sun till it sets on me. Gonna rise with the sun till it sets on me. Gonna rise with the sun till it sets on me. And those days when the sun hides from view and my sky is dark and gray, I remember the lights on the other side, and tomorrow is just a day away. I don't know where the road goes from here. All I know is I won't live in fear. Find the joy, that's the key. Gonna rise with the sun till it sets on me. Gonna rise with the sun till it sets on me. Gonna rise with the sun till it sets on me.
All right, rise with the sun, everyone. Go out, live your best life this week. Have fun, make good choices, and Pierre, that's going up. Get ready. Awesome. Stay well, everyone, and have a great week. Thank you for showing up. Thank you.